Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to lostrelicgaming, and welcome in to those of you new to the channel. If you enjoy the upcoming video, please consider making use of the like button and subscribing to the channel. With 100 subscribers within our reach, your help could put us over the top. The last time we were at Mount Holly, we added a foundation to the estate, providing a stable room with access to a locked door in the basement. We also found a shelter located in the shed past the west gate, and managed with a little effort to unlock the safe contained within, revealing another red letter. Drafting a sauna provides us with an extra 20 steps to make use of today, and a coat check once again provides us with a key card for opening security doors. As Simon heads into the estate for the 7th time, I would like to take a moment to thank you all for joining me here for our series, The Melancholy Monarch. And now, please once again sit back, relax, and enjoy Day 7 of Blueprince. Back at the entrance hall, once again, we have 90 steps to work with. This time we start with 7 coins from our allowance. Take that key card back right away. As you may have noticed, when you use the code check, the following day you are guaranteed to get another code check. For now, we'll take a parlor, get some gems. Only one box is true. Only one box contains gems. The gems are in the white box. So we know that's true. Which means that can't be. Which means that has to be. The west wing quickly gets closed off at the lower ranks. Both 2 keys and 3 gems, and a key card. That's not a bad start. Plenty of steps to work with, so backtracking 1 room to maybe save a coin is absolutely worth it. Head east. Once you've drawn floor plans, you must select one. Okay. Bunk room it is. Another 2 gems. Hello, little one. I'd like to get you a friend, but I don't think that's in the game. That's all that's in here. Seen a lot of dead ends so far. Okay. Head west. The only reason really to open the garage at this point is for that disc. We've already opened it with the utility room. Go commissary. Running shoes are always a favorite. Although we have 76 steps, so maybe the sledgehammer would have been the way to go. What's on the menu today? We need to find 4 more coins, because morning room's a very, very good room. Alright, that's one route into the foundation that's blocked. So that we may get the music room. The key to the secret garden. That's a good one. Page 1 first. Page 2, words. 3 on 4 the. There's the garage key. So perhaps that would have been a good choice, although we wouldn't have been here if it were the case. Dinner is served. Boat and bat. I get a chance to use the secret garden key. inside the antechamber. That's suspicious, but we don't have a power sledge right now. I don't think that really has clues other than pointing at the symbol on the antechamber door. The symbol you see right there in the northern one. Now we have a way into the antechamber. If we just go north and then east. For now, we'll see what we can fill this southern room with. We can't. Okay. North. Bedroom will take us east. Again, the bedroom's empty. Okay, now we really want a pass-through. Oh, it's locked. Alright, it's a good thing we've got all those extra steps. We're gonna have to make our way back here. And we've got a long way to backtrack. That's right. The secret garden spreads fruit throughout the house. So we'll keep our eyes open for that. Dark room, but we don't want to draft that room blind. So we're gonna sacrifice 2 steps to make it so that we can turn it off in the utility closet. And now we are back up to more steps than we know what to do with. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. Coin purse. Missed that on the first try through. First run through. First time through. Words are hard. Okay. Locker room spreads keys. We need keys. For now, we're going to continue backtracking. Scour for keys. There's one. Okay. Do we check the bunk room? Sure. No key in the bunk room. No fruit in the bunk room. That's unfortunate. Another apple. Means another 2 steps. Another key and a banana. Probably could have looked in there without entering. key. Beauty. Alright, at this point, the proper choice is to draft over here. Go to the shed and see what we get. Don't see what I was hoping for. This is a tricky choice between trading post and tool shed, but we're gonna go tool shed. Gives us a shovel and a sledgehammer. I wanna be your sledgehammer. Okay. Safe to step with our running shoes. Again, let's avoid the chapel. Trying to get to 8 coins is going to be difficult if we keep giving them away. So let's skip the tithe for now. We can backtrack if we must. Let's go into the locker room. Now we need a utility closet. Stage and sage. I believe we already knew this room was a letter T, though. Okay. Out of gems. And archives is a rather terrible one. Causes you to lose. Oh, that's a rough one. Causes you to lose an option when drafting. So I guess we go utility closet. Turn on the dark room. Key card on. Sand and. Room is the letter S. I think we knew that one. I think we know most of them by now. Do we roll the dice and try for another key? Let's hope there's more than one key in this locker. Well, there is exactly one key in that locker. There are at least 2 spots where we need a key, though, so I think leaving that alone for now is the smart choice. And there's another. Not sure how I missed that one. We've got what we need for the power sledge again. We just need a workshop. Okay. That's still going. Alright. something that turns left. The conference room does just that. A safe deposit key. Box 304. Alright, there's the foundation. We've got the steps. Let's use them. That puts us at 8 coins. So now we've got to revisit the kitchen. Alright. Fastest way back is west. Can't go west. South. West, west, north. This one's got a little foreknowledge. Oh, that's only today's draft pool, huh? That's okay. I'm gonna buy it anyway. Just in the off chance. I believe once it's drafted. I should have kept going that way. Alright. Once you draft the morning room, you can get it again and again. Dig up a coin. Make sure this requires a power sledge and not just the sledge. It does. And now we want something that opens east. We need something that opens east. We just closed off our entrance into the antechamber. Should have held off on that. Should have held off and looked for dice. A silver key. Step away, give me a moment, please. And through the magic of editing, I'm back before you knew I was gone. suppose Chamber of Mirrors. Though we can't get through. Oh. That's a dead end. I forgot the utility closet's in the way. I thought the chapel would get us through to there. Well, we've got one door remaining. That was definitely a mistake. And a fairly large one at that. Although the real mistake was entering and opening the secret garden room without dice. We already got the den. Oh, we did, but the Chamber of Mirrors opens up rooms that we've already drafted. Right. Now we need to unlock the southern door, which means search for a weight room. And we can regain a lot of our steps with that sleep mask. Fingers crossed. No weight room. The music room again is tempting, though. It's a trade of gems for keys. Metal detector is telling us there is something on the floor. My eyes are telling me they can't see. Oh, there we go. Got a patio and a morning room here. The patio opens towards the antechamber. Usually has a gem right there, so I thought we were going to get it back. But instead, we got nothing. Absolutely nothing for our trouble. Out of keys. Well, I suppose we can go back and look at the chapel. Another 5 steps for entering a bedroom with the sleep mask. Yeah. Magnifying glass does not help us. Banana might. Pantry. Plus, it may give us a key. The library may give us a room. Pump system manual. Okay, so you cannot transfer from one tank to another, but you can use either tank for either pump, it would seem. Alright. Greenhouse. We need the greenhouse. We did not get it. Servants' quarters, however, provides us with many keys. We're still beeping. Mr. Ruota. Mrs. Babbage has told me that you'll be overseeing network maintenance over the next few weeks while I will be gone, and I apologize. Mrs. Babbage has told me that you will be overseeing network maintenance over the next few weeks while I will be gone, and I apologize in advance for the extra workload. I believe I will be back in Reddington by the middle of February, but even that is not a certainty. Either way, I do not anticipate there will be any major issues while I am gone, as the difficulties we were having last month with the terminal connections seems to be resolved. If there's an emergency and you find yourself having to enter the central server site, I have set you up with a temporary admin key to allow you access to the network administrator controls. Admin key, first 4 letters of your last name, followed by first initial. The first and 5th character should be capitalized. If you have any questions, let me know in the next few days before my departure. So, RUOT. Well, we've got 26 passwords that we can try using that. Alright, there's still something beeping at us. A key that was hanging right on the wall that I just happened to not see. Hartley, I know we spoke often of this day, and I don't think there is anything I can say of the past 40 years that I haven't already attempted to tell you in numerous times in the past. Half-stated gratitude always interrupted with tactful, polite repudiations from you. I had always known this final letter could give me the perfect opportunity to finally express myself uninterrupted by you and unfettered by social graces, but I don't feel the inclination to say aloud what has always been unsaid between us. With my passing, I release you from your post in service to the Sinclair family and implore you to live the remainder of your years on your own terms, as scary and unfamiliar of a concept as this may be to you. Besides, I think a more junior valet would be better suited to meet the needs of young Master Simon. To that end, if you wish, you may stay on long enough to oversee the training and establishment of your successor in their post. But as soon as he or she has the lay of the land, my instructions for you to quit must be satisfied. Ignoring what I imagine your objections might be after reading this, I've decided to leave the lake house in Trinsdale to you and your family. My lawyers have all the details of the gift and will be contacting you shortly about the particulars. For the past 4 decades, you have served willingly as the subject and victim to my many whims, games, and riddles, and so rest assured, unlike my nephew, you will not be put to yet another challenge to prove yourself worthy in this matter. The house is yours without strings or stipulations. I had, for a lifetime, gleefully entertained the notion of employing Anne as the house manager of your new residence, but I knew the humor of such a prank would be entirely lost on you, to say nothing of her. Until we meet again, my friend, Herbert. Okay, so... capital R-U-O-T-A, capital H is an admin password. Alright. So there's some knowledge. That cost us 2 coins. Wish cost us another. Yeah, we've been over there. Back to the patio. We've got extra keys. Rank 5, East Wing. Is locked, so that's a useless map. Empty. Coin. Sense buying the magnifying glass, though we do have the coin for it. Buy a club sandwich. We're only a few steps away, so we'll come back to it if we need the steps. Greenhouse would have been the best. Let's take some more gems if we can solve a puzzle. Black box is true. The gems are in the true box. The blue box is true. That makes this false. Okay. Well, the office could be fairly nice. It would but also use the gems that we are trying to hold on to, because we are still trying to open that anteroom. Again, I'll save gems. Got our fingers crossed for the greenhouse here. And we did not get it. Okay. One last check shows us that is the final room we can draft. So let's try out that password. Okay, that was a temporary key. Alright, maybe this is just Swan Song. Stick with Old Faithful. And this is a tough one to take, folks. We've got a massive inventory full of several very useful items. And nothing to do with them except head back to the coat check to save one for later. On the way there, I'd like to thank you for joining me here at Lost Relic Gaming for another venture into Melancholy. We do have one more locked door. Let's use that key. And nothing to gain but steps from that. Let's buy the steps that we can, because we may need them. Oh, you can continually buy bananas. I didn't realize that. May as well, right? Once again, we're back with more steps than we started with on day one. And once again, there's very little for us to do with those steps. Okay. This time, I think the broken lever may be the way to go. And with that, unfortunately, that's the end of day 7. Call it a day. This is a tough one, folks. I don't like pressing this button. Such missed opportunities. We had an open antechamber door that we couldn't capitalize on because we did not draft a room in rank 9 row 2 with an eastern door. We have a chamber of mirrors where we could only enter from the west. That left the northern, southern, and eastern doors untouchable because they were closed off. And although we got a southern doorway opened towards the antechamber itself had not opened in the south. We had the opportunity to draft a wait room, but chose not to, and it cost us dearly. We'll have to continue to wait and find out what's in the antechamber. We did see something pop up out of the floor, but we were out of steps and couldn't grab it. Couldn't find out any information. Unless you're particularly observant, then you may know what that was on that pedestal. However, in this one, we're out of time. Thanks again for joining me, folks, here at Lost Relic Gaming. I'm Relic. It's time for Simon to call it a night. Perplexing bed and breakfast. That's appropriate. 142 steps taken. That may be a record for me. 12 items found, 4 new rooms, and a partridge in a pear tree. Thanks again for joining me at Mount Holly for another episode of the Melancholy Monarch. I'll see you next time, folks.